Hi guys, it's me again. I'm Alex Hamana, and this is a continuation of my first video. In this video, we will tackle up the ending part of Taekwondo form number 1 or Taeguk Ee Jang, the last 2 steps. I know some of you didn't see it, but mostly like those who knows how to do Poomsae, they know how to handle it by looking at it, by simply like reading which part of the body moves and got delivered to that steps. Anyways, thank you so much for appreciating and watching my first video regarding with Taeguk Ee Jang. And thank you so much for those who support for that. And I hope that I serve a little hope to those color belts, let's say beginners, who is seeking how to do Taeguk Ee Jang. Now, in this video, we will tackle up some basic rules when you do your Poomsae. Out there, whether it's local tournament, not so big tournament, or high level tournament. High level tournament is what I can say is really detailed. Okay, what I mean in detail, from the way you dress, from the way you wear your belt, from the length of your belt, from the way you stand, you do your chariot formation, okay, from the way you bow, from the way you kick, from the way you execute your block, you execute your kick, you execute your stances, have all certain rules for that. So right now we're not going to talk about it. Maybe some suggestion for that. Okay, some rules for WTF or Kukuwon, or even in the local tournaments. It's all the same thing. It's all like common sense. All right. Now, the first tips that I can give you, like let's say in punches, okay? We're not actually, or I'm not actually going to tell you the precise rules, because every tournament has different rules. Like WTF has its own rule. Kukiwon tournaments has its own rule. Local tournaments has its own rule. Okay? So it's different. Each tournament, each event. Right now, what I'm going to share with you as a tip is what you commonly see out there. The common strikes, the common blocks, the common kicks, and the common stances, the common length of the stances, how wide it should be, or the common level of the punches, the middle punch, how high it should be, where you should deliver it, the common height of the kicks, where it should be, where your foot should go at. Okay? Now let's start with punches. In punches, there's a lot of way of punches. The single punch, and let's say middle punch. Single, middle punch. There's like rapid punching. Some Poomsae has rapid punching. If I'm not mistaken, like in Taekwondo form number 3, the second step is rapid punching. After the front kick, when you land it in front, it should be delivered. You should deliver 2 punches right away. Okay? Like this. This is what I'm talking about. Now, this is some steps for Taekwondo Ee Jang. You see that? You shouldn't be doing like after the low block. You shouldn't be like that. I hope you are following me. Okay? Now let's get to the punches. Okay? Middle punch. From here, relax your body right here. Where is the location of the middle punch? Actually, the answer is already in the word itself. Middle punch. Middle. You don't want to punch there because that's not considered as punch anymore. You don't want to punch there because it ends up like you're doing a low block. Okay? So, middle punch should be delivered somewhere in the middle. Okay? Like this. This is single middle punch. Like that. That is what we call single middle punch. Now, rapid punching or rapid middle punches, okay? Like what I showed you a while ago, one of the steps in Taekwondo Poomsae number 3 or Taekwondo Ee Jang, the rapid punches. Pop, pop. It's 2 times right away from here. Like that. You don't want to change it. Like what I covered like in the first video. Don't change the style. You don't want to do your own style in traditional Poomsae. Let's say in Taekwondo number 3. The rules, after you kick, when you land, you punch 2 times right away. You don't want to slow it down. Okay? You don't want to divide it into 2 kind of punches. Okay? It should be delivered 2 right away in a constant speed. Okay? That is middle punch. High punch. Now, how you do the high punch? High punch should be delivered, or the answer is already in the word itself. Okay? High punch, from here, you won't have to do like this. This is wrong. Okay? Note of this. This is really, really wrong. Okay? This is not high punch according to any rules. Even in WPF, Cookie 1, you won't see some players doing this kind of high punch. You are not playing, okay? Alright? So don't do this. High punch, you put your fist, right? Let's say the perfect spot is on the middle upper lips, in between of your nose and your upper lips, right here. So that's I can tell that that's the exact location where you should deliver your high punch. That is high punch. Okay? Now the blocks. In my next video, we will tackle up all of the kind of the blocks for tips for you guys. Okay? So just in the blocks, my only tips in the blocks, you execute it well, in the perfect manner, in the perfect way, perfect positioning. Okay? And the preparation is very important as well when you do the blocking part. Let's say the low block. Okay, low block is down there. Let's say I'm doing my left hand low block. You don't want to do like this. Maybe in the old way, they were doing like this. Now, the preparation of each block had changed. Okay? There's changes now. Okay, what do you expect? The Taekwondo is getting bigger. The Taekwondo had evolved. Alright? So, that evolution takes place in some preparation in Poomsae. Let's say in low block, somewhere like this. Your pulling arm is down there, or at the middle section of your body, and the blocking arm is preparing all the way up to your shoulder. Okay? Just like that. Now about the middle block. So as you can see, each block, some of the blocks has a pulling action. Okay? Later on I will tell you what's the purpose of the pulling action. Like the middle block. This is your pulling arm, this is your middle block. Like middle block. The high block, the pulling arm is all the way up to your chest. When you pull it, deliver the high block. Alright? So, let's start with that in the three major blocks: the low block, middle block, and high block. Okay? Now, let's get to the kicks. There's a lot of people who is actually, I can say, really worried about the kicks. I know some people has no good flexibility. Alright? They could even kick really high. Well, it takes a while. Maybe you may want to try to warm up like what I said in the first video. Okay? Now, don't worry so much. Alright? Don't even be bothered by those players, let's say high level kind of tournaments. Whoa, all of the players there, when they kick, when they do their side kick, it's all the way up to the ceiling. Alright? When they do their front kick, it's almost like reaching their chest. Okay, don't worry so much about that. There are certain rules for that. Okay? Well, if we're going to talk about the book, your front kick, your side kick should be delivered at exactly your head level. It's not going to go lower than your shoulders. Okay? It shouldn't be go higher than that. Now, what will happen to those players who's really good in doing that? Let's say perfectly all the way to the ceiling. There's some rules covering that. Okay? If you're following the right steps, that's one of the rules. Or you want to sacrifice, let's say, a point by deduction for that because you didn't follow the rules, but it will end up, it's an additional points in deliberation, in artistic deliberation. Well, of course, if you don't know how to do Taekwondo, if you will watch two kind of players, a player who just following or who just doing side kick exactly to his head level, and a player who's doing side kick all the way up to the ceiling. If you don't know what is Taekwondo, of course, in your eye, you will choose that one because it looks beautiful. Yes, it is. It looks beautiful. And I'm telling you, I'm not good that as well in kicking, in front kick, in side kick, but I can do like head level. Well, which is for me, that's enough for me. I don't know with you, so I'll leave it up to you, okay? That's my only tips for you, so don't be worried so much, okay? It's not the end of the world for you if you can kick down high, alright? Follow the rules, follow the stats, and you will just be fine, okay? Now, let's get to stances, alright? Stances, let's talk about the three major stances: the front stance, the back stance, the walking stance. Maybe in my next video, I will try to show it more farther for you, okay? The front stance, let's say I will face towards the wall, okay? The front stance, you don't do like this, okay? Because this is kind of like in the middle of walking stance and front stance, okay? In front stance, it should be your weight is all the way forward. Your front leg, your back leg is straightened, lock your knees, okay? Front toes is pointing on the way where you're going at. Your back toes is at exactly 45 degrees angle. Okay, so this is your front stance for my height. You don't want to overdo your front stance like this. Okay, this is wrong. You can do like this in artistic kind of event. Let's say you're doing your own Poomsae. You can do like this to make your Poomsae beautiful. Okay? But in traditional Poomsae, there are certain rules for your stances. Your front stance must match with your height, with the height of the person who's doing it. So just like this. For me, this is kind of like perfect for me. Okay? I'm not too shaky. Alright? I'm not leaning forward. I'm not straighten my front leg. So that is front stance. Now, if I'm going to do it in front of you, like this, okay, you don't want to do your front stance like this. Why? It looks like two people can fit or can pass under between your legs. Maybe the old ways of Taekwondo before the evolution comes take place, they're doing like this, okay? Now, for me, I will end up like this. This is what I feel is I'm perfectly fine in this kind of front stance. You don't want to do like this. This is not front stance. Don't cross your legs. Don't. Okay? That's front stance. Now, the back stance. Okay? The back stance. Okay? Back stance. I will explain it to you in the simplest way that I could. Okay? When you practice your back stance, try to form your feet and form a lower L formation. Just like this. I hope you can see it in your video, okay? Your front toe is pointing all the way forward, and your other toes is pointing to the way where you're going at. Now, some books, the rules, back stance should be like 1.5 foot or 2 feet away from each other, or 2 feet apart. Okay? Somewhere from 2 to 1.5 is fine. But you don't want to do it this close as much. Okay? You don't want to do it like this, like what I said in front stance. You're overdoing it. Okay? Now, in back stance, when you practice it, try to form your feet in lateral L formation, and assuming you're taking 2 or 1.5 steps away from each other. Like this. And now, try to bend your back leg, not too deep, not too lazy, okay? Alright? Bend. Now, you see, as soon as I bend this leg will follow, but no pressure. I'm not bending it like this, okay? You just bend your back leg, and believe me, your other leg will follow itself, okay? Just like that. This is your back stance, your chest, okay? Your belly is pointing 45-degree angle, okay? That's your back stance. Now, that's how you practice your back stance, okay? That's actually one of my way, alright? Now, let's go to the third stances, which is the walking stance. Most Taeguk has walking stances, okay? How you do your walking stance? The answer itself is already in the word, okay? Walking stance. How you walk? Based in your everyday living, okay? How you walk? You don't walk like this, alright? Otherwise, if you're going to your work, you're going to be late, okay? You don't walk like that, okay? Now, let's say, for me, I walk like this. Okay? Now, try to pause, try to stop, and land your back. So, we need to say this is a perfect walking stance for my height, for my soul. See that? When I step back, that's my walking stance. Okay? I hope these stances and my tips gives you more idea on how you practice and how you correct your stances. Okay? 2 minutes.